Yeah, and I have a question because, more than just responding to the comments, I want to highlight the idea that, cyberbullying is really real. I read some of the controversial comments about the topic. I didn't read the mean comments about how we look, that we must have cats. Patty brought up the linebacker question or whatever people say. So this question is really more for, I'd say, Jade and Nasima, who have really large social media followings. This is probably not the first, and this definitely is not going to be the last time you guys have ever seen some nasty comments. How do you guys handle the internet trolls and cyberbullying?
It's hard, it's challenging, because you try not to take things personally, but at the end of the day, we're all human, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of things that we put out there publicly, and a lot of things I put out there publicly, is to help people and to get a spirit back of negativity and just straight up nastiness is pretty frustrating, especially when a lot of the times I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart and not because it's bringing me any kind of revenue or anything. Like, you are paying me. I'm not. I'm showing up because I truly am in the spirit of like trying to help other people. So it
Mm-hmm.
is hard. I've gotten really, especially when I talk about black maternal morbidity and mortality, I get a lot of racist trolling comments, and um it's like, it's expected. However, what I don't like is if I report it and then the powers that be say, "Oh, that's not offensive," but I could get my whole page taken down for saying, "Hey, girl, yes, like, whoop, beat that up," or something like that, and it's like totally a misunderstanding of just common African American vernacular, and that's considered offensive. But if somebody calls me a nigger and all these other things on my page, that's not considered offensive. And it just be that is more problematic to me than ignorant people.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Definitely.
I would say, you have to listen to yourself. And I don't care if we all are adults and we, love to play this tough mentality like words don't hurt. Words can be very hurtful, especially when you're expressing yourself from a place of kindness and love and helping and extending yourself. And the problem with society today is people don't know how to just disagree with you without insulting you or wanting to say something mean.
Yeah.
It is okay to have an
Mm-hmm.
opposing opinion. It is okay to have a constructive dialogue where maybe at the end we just agree to disagree because we come from two different backgrounds. We've learned different things. We just have been exposed to different things. And so we're just never going to agree. We have to be okay with that. But yeah, the insulting and everything, I think that oftentimes I have to take a break. My
Yeah.
block button is, I wouldn't even want to look and see how many people I've blocked because
Right.
every once in a while I do be having time. I ain't gonna lie. I will go back and forth with people. You know what I'm saying? Depend on, like, if you catch me on the wrong or right day, I may end up going back and forth. But then sometimes I have to look at myself and say, like, this is really affecting my spirit. Like, I don't feel
Mhm.
good today. This is not making me feel good. And I'll have to take a couple of days away from it. And think about it. If we're dealing with that as adults, think about what our children or teenagers or kids have to deal with because they are not mentally as strong as we are, And so, there's a lot of brave people on the internet that would never say these things to you in person, but you do have
Never.
to listen to yourself. You can't control other people. You can control who you block. You can control to a certain extent who you let on your page sometimes. Um, you got to be mentally strong for it, but at the same time I say step away. I always say listen to your heart, listen to your mind, listen to your spirit, and take a break to go refill yourself because that one comment you could be like, it could really cause some insecurities in you. It'd be from the wrong person. And yeah, I mean, it
Mm-hmm.
sucks. It really does. Because it's like you want to grow your platform because it brings more exposure, possibly more opportunity. But the more people that come on your page, the more opportunities for people to just troll you and bully you.
Mm-hmm. You made a good point about the insecurity, and people need to be very, very careful. You might not get a Jade or a Nasima or a Patty or a Kaylani on the other side of the screen that just says "F you," like I'm keeping it pushing. You might actually get somebody who internalizes what you say, and especially if it's an abundance of that. Like if you don't have anything positive to say, don't say it. We can have an intelligent conversation. And that's why I started to respond to some of those comments, and I did. But you know who responded to those comments? Shout out to my little sister. I don't know if y'all, she was going crazy in the comments. And I'm like, she felt a need to defend me and defend us, because how dare someone say cruel and hurtful things for someone having an opinion, right? So I guess for me, the question is, if you got time to be sitting here on TikTok trolling my comments and worried about what I'm doing, you probably got a little too much time on your hands. And we're going to leave it right there.